Chapter 1, The Whispers of Quandaria, Part 3, Shadows in the Alleyways. The streets of Quandaria were just beginning to stir as I stepped out of my office building. The air was crisp with the promise of dawn, carrying the mingled scents of freshly baked bread and lingering night soil. I pulled my coat tighter around me, feeling the weight of Lyria's amulet against my chest. Where does one start looking for a mystical key that could be anything? I mused, my boots echoing on the cobblestones. The logical place would be the black market, but if this thing was as powerful as Lyria claimed, it wouldn't be sitting in some pawn shop window. I made my way through the waking city, nodding to the few familiar faces I passed. Old Grimbley was already setting up his flower stall, his gnarled hands arranging bouquets with surprising delicacy. A pair of city guards trudged by, their enchanted armor glowing faintly in the pre-dawn light. As I turned down a narrow alley, a prickling sensation at the back of my neck made me pause. Years of working in Quandaria's underbelly had honed my instincts, and right now they were screaming that I wasn't alone. "All right," I called out, my hand inching towards the wand holstered at my hip. "I know you're there. Why don't we skip the part where you try to sneak up on me and get right to why you're following me?" For a moment, there was silence. Then a deep chuckle emanated from the shadows. "Sharp as ever, Blackthorn. I see your wits haven't dulled since our last encounter." A figure melted out of the darkness, solidifying into the imposing form of Thorn Shadowbane. Standing well over 6 feet tall, with skin the color of polished ebony and eyes that glowed a faint red, Thorn was one of Quandaria's most notorious information brokers, and on occasion, one of my most useful contacts. "Thorn," I nodded, not relaxing my stance. "Bit early for you to be slinking around, isn't it? The sun's almost up." He grinned, revealing pointed teeth. "The early bird catches the worm, as they say, or in this case, overhears some very interesting conversations about lost keys and secret societies." I cursed inwardly. Of course Thorn would have ears everywhere. "And I suppose you're here out of the goodness of your heart to warn me off this case?" Thorn's laughter echoed off the alley walls. "Warn you off? Corvus, my friend, I'm here to offer my services. This key business has got the whole underworld buzzing. Everyone's looking for it, from the lowliest cut-purse to the highest mage in the Crimson Tower." I raised an eyebrow. "And let me guess, you know exactly where it is, but you'll only tell me for a modest fee." "If only it were that simple," Thorn sighed, leaning against the alley wall. "Truth is, nobody knows where it is. But," he held up a finger, his red eyes glinting, "I might know someone who knows someone who's seen it." I groaned internally. In Quandaria, someone who knows someone could mean anything from a reliable lead to a wild goose chase ending in an ambush. But beggars couldn't be choosers, and right now, I was definitely begging for any lead I could get. "All right, Thorn. I'll bite. What's this information going to cost me?" The information broker's grin widened. "For you, old friend? Let's call it a favor to be named later. You know I'm good for it." I snorted. "Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of." "Fine. Who's this mysterious someone?" Thorn leaned in close, his voice dropping to a whisper. "There's an old dwarf, goes by the name of Grimlock Ironbeard, runs a curiosity shop down in the Undercity. Word is, he came into possession of a strange artifact a few days ago, something that doesn't quite fit with his usual stock." "And you think this might be the key?" I asked, skepticism coloring my tone. Thorn shrugged. "Could be, or it could be another dead end. But in this game, Corvus, any lead is better than none, eh?" I nodded slowly, mulling over the information. The Undercity wasn't exactly a pleasant stroll, but if there was even a chance this Grimlock had seen the key. "Thanks, Thorn," I said, already planning my next move. "I owe you one." The information broker's grin turned predatory. "Yes, you do. And I'll be sure to collect, Blackthorn. Watch your step down there. The Undercity's been restless lately." With that cryptic warning, Thorn melted back into the shadows, leaving me alone in the alley with more questions than answers. I sighed, running a hand through my hair. The sun was now peeking over Quandaria's skyline, painting the city in hues of gold and rose. In a few hours, the streets would be teeming with life, making my job that much harder. "Well, Corvus," I muttered to myself, setting off towards the hidden entrances to the Undercity. Looks like you're going on a subterranean shopping trip. Let's hope this Grimlock has more than just rusty trinkets and fool's gold to offer. I patted the wand at my hip, drawing comfort from its familiar weight. Whatever awaited me in the Undercity, I'd be ready for it. Or so I hoped.